The
from this
Hurricane Watch on
particular area,
CNN.
just off camera, telling me that she's never witnessed or experienced in her entire
You can't
career
hear it though,
of working here a mandatory evacuation
because it's on my computer.
But they were easily able to evacuate patients from her hospital.
They're
during
talking
Katrina.
about
This
the
time,
low
there are
vaccinations
no
in
hospital
Louisiana.
beds available in the regional hospitals here, so that obviously complicates things.
No hospital beds available, and they're about to get hit with the level 4 hurricane.
Right. Derek Van Dam, thanks so much. And up next, the U.S. strikes back
Hold on 1
for the
second.
Kabul bombing that killed 13 U.S. service members.
All right,
How the surgical
I'm
strike
gonna
went down and who was targeted.
mute CNN and talk to you for a minute.
Tonight about a potential new threat.
What
Also
potential?
ahead, it has been 58 years.
Where's the mute
Martin
button?
Luther King delivered his famous "I Had a Dream."
You hear? Can't hear the mute. Oh, you can't hear the on the screen on a different tab on the same browser as my broadcast studio. But I tried to broadcast from my phone, but I couldn't because you hear the music. I'm on hold because I tried to get a rapid test, and what I learned today is these Binax rapid tests are I think they're having a supply chain issue because so many people want them. Amazon could deliver one September 19th. I ordered one yesterday through DoorDash with a candy bar, a Ghirardelli candy bar, and the candy bar got delivered, and the rapid test did not because they were out of it. But because I had $5 off a convenience store order, and they gave me back, they took part of that $5 away because the candy bar was less than $5, but then they gave me a credit, and I paid a $3 tip because I couldn't cancel the order at that point, or it would have jeopardized the driver's account to be able to deliver other orders. But then I put it in Ibotta and I got another 75 cents back on that candy bar. But then I called Rite Aid and they're out of the rapid test. I have a close contact that was diagnosed with COVID, but she probably got it on a plane going to Florida or in Florida. But I was in her car in a condo 13 days ago now. I only found out 2 days ago. So I'm in a high risk category. I want to test. And I didn't know these rapid tests. I knew they had a 10% false rate, but apparently if they say you're positive, you're positive. If they say you're negative, you could be positive. So what I found online when I went and looked again I ordered a rapid test from Rite Aid, but who knows when they're going to ship that order from riteaid.com. So I called this number and they said my insurance would pay, and it's the same as an urgent care visit, and I'm not walking into an urgent care to see if I can get exposed again, to get tested to see if that exposure 13 days ago. So anyway, and the GoPuff is out of Binax rapid tests, and so I've been on hold. They're like, you can put your name and they'll call you back, or I can sit on hold and listen to music while I'm watching the CNN hurricane coverage. And I didn't know this existed till today, but apparently they can come to where you live. Right now, they're only testing if you have symptoms, not asymptomatic. But I got a rash a week ago Wednesday on the back of one leg that I called and said, do I need to go to urgent care? And it started to improve that day, but that was really weird. And that's a symptom. I want to make sure it wasn't cellulitis, because if that spreads, it can kill you. But it wasn't. But where did this raised lesion come from out of nowhere, unless it was from a heat rash? But why did I only get it on one leg? But anyway, I don't have a fever. I have my normal allergy symptoms and my normal dizziness. But anyway, they're going to screen me and see if they can come here today and either give me a rapid test and an antigen test, or just an antigen test where I could get tested. Rite Aid and Walgreens have drive-thrus. I'm not trying to yell, but I'm talking over the music. Rite Aid has drive-thru, but you can only go to the drive-thru if you have a car. And do I want to ask someone to give me a ride and possibly put them at risk? But I've already been told that if I was exposed 13 days ago, that I'm probably no longer contagious, and but I still want to know. But in terms of like asking someone for a ride, I already did ask someone today, but they weren't available today. And like I said, if these people can come to my apartment and give me a test and my insurance is going to pay with no copay, then sure, come talk to me outside my apartment and give me a test and let me know the results. Like if it's a rapid test, they tell you like within 15 minutes. If it's a PCR test, they'll tell you in a few days. So anyway, but I have been so careful, and I had on a KN95 mask with a surgical mask over it and my migraine glasses, which are big glasses, but they're not goggles. And when I wanted to drink some of my soda, I went outside. I did not take that mask off inside that condo of my friend who died. And I did not take that mask off in the person's car. And they were coughing and they think it was their asthma, and they don't think that they had any symptoms till they went to Florida. But what if they already had it and didn't know? So, yes, woof woof. I'm talking loud because I want them to hear over the music where I'm on hold to see if they can come and give me a PCR test. But I was looking up to see if anyone else had the Binax Now COVID rapid tests and came across this where you can literally have them come to where you live and it's like an urgent care visit and your insurance will pay. Right now they said they're not testing anyone that doesn't have any symptoms, but that rash I got on the back of my leg a week ago, that's a symptom. Might have nothing to do with this, but there are rashes associated with COVID that they didn't at first associate with COVID, but there's like 6 different kinds. I looked at the pictures and it doesn't look like any of those pictures, but the fact that it was a raised lesion that came out of nowhere, like I would like to get a test just to make sure that that wasn't a COVID symptom. Because what would I do if I were positive? Would I call and ask for antibodies when I have no other symptoms? Not necessarily, but I am in a high risk category, and I, like I said, was in a car.
Press 1 at any time to save your place in line and receive a callback from a care ambassador.
All right, so anyway, and I said, if I'm the person telling everyone about COVID, how come I didn't know about this? I knew they were going and giving vaccines at some people's homes. This service does not give vaccines. There are other where they'll come to your home to help disabled people get vaccines, but I didn't know that I could call and ask them to give me a PCR test where I live. Okay, so anyway, I see there's 4 viewers. Did anyone comment? Let me look. Because the other day someone was commenting and I didn't scroll and I didn't see them, but I don't think anyone's commented. All right, so you want the name of the company? I don't know where they do Portland, they do Washington. Let me see the name of the company. All right, let me see. How long have I been on hold on this call? Well, I talked to the guy for quite a while. Free COVID PCR testing. Not that one. DispatchHealth.com. Need a COVID-19 test today, results as soon as 20 minutes. If you don't have insurance, I think it's $275. But if you're disabled with Medicare and a Medicare Advantage plan, it will pay for them to come and give you the test. So that's, and it was an ad. It's under ads. It's under ads. That's how I found them when I was, because I put Binax Now COVID and 1, 2, it's the 3rd thing listed and it's an ad, and that's how I found out about it. And what's this top story? Abbott warns of some constraints on COVID-19 home test supply as Delta surge leads to, what's the rest of that sentence? And the thing, like I said, I learned today, if you take a rapid test and it's positive, you're positive. If it's negative, then you want to get a PCR test because it might be a false negative because of how sensitive it is. But they said the positive tests are positive. Let's see what this says. It can't open the page because my phone is not connected to the internet. It warns of some constraints. I think the home test supply, that there aren't enough tests because so many people want them. They're $23.99 for 2 tests. You're supposed to test, and if you are exposed to someone who has COVID, close contact, you're supposed to test after 3 to 5 days, and then you're supposed to test again 36 hours later. Like it says Walmart has them, but are they out? I mean, a lot of places are sold out. And then I saw a price for the 6 test for $150. Well, if 2 is 30, then 6 should be 90, not 150. And like if you look at Amazon and you want to order this BinaxNOW COVID rapid test, let's see what day they can deliver it. Last time I saw September 19th. I can't wait. Let me put it on Wi-Fi. And they said New Orleans didn't have time for a mandatory evacuation. How did they not know this hurricane was coming in time to do a mandatory evacuation? It's still saying it can't open the page. Okay. Consider these available items. The BinaxNOW. Let's see when it says it's available. Detects multiple COVID strains, including the Delta variant. 2 tests, but let me see. If you have a headache and a sore throat and a dry cough, it doesn't mean you have COVID. All right, let's see if it tells me when they currently unavailable. We don't know when or if this item will be back in stock. Before it was saying September 19th. So anyway, unavailable. Designed to detect active COVID-19 infection. Test yourself twice within 3 days, at least 36 hours apart, designed to detect active infection with or without symptoms. Does not include a virtual visit for certified digital test results. For proof of negative COVID-19 test, the BinaxNOW card home test may be the better choice. Ag card home test, what's that? Yeah, because you can't use this for proof for travel. Maybe that one that was $150 includes that. I don't know. All right. I don't know how long I'm going to be on hold with these people, but that's okay. I'm going to go back and listen to CNN, the Hurricane Watch. And if I turn on the volume, I can hear it, but you can't because it's playing on another tab on the computer I'm broadcasting from. So maybe I should say goodbye to you all and talk to you later. And my gums feel swollen right now. And no, that's not probably an allergy symptom. Anyway. All right. Have a good day. Bye. Wolf says bye. Bear says bye. Bo says bye. And Rosie's bear says bye.